Is cyber insurance BS? Okay, I'll admit it, that's kind of a clickbaity title, but I think it's a question that's on the minds of a lot of business owners. And the reason I say that is that only about 30% of small and medium-sized business owners purchase cyber insurance, which may mean that maybe they think it is BS. But that statistic may mean nothing to you if you're a business owner. You may even be saying, so what? In this video, I'm going to speak factually about small business cyber and give you my thoughts on this subject. Hi, I'm Gordon Coyle. Welcome to my channel where we talk about the risk and insurance issues on the minds of business owners. As an expert business insurance broker, these videos are intended to help guide and educate decision makers to help make you a more informed insurance buyer. If I don't answer the question on your mind that brought you to this video, reach out and let's connect. I'd love to hear from you. All right, is cyber BS? No, I don't think so. And of course, that's the answer you'd expect me to say, but let me explain why. Most businesses buy various forms of business insurance: property, liability, auto, workers' comp, umbrella, and so forth. All 5 of these policies or coverages are mandated or required. If you own property or have a mortgage or a loan, then you have to have property insurance. You can't even lease a copier or a computer without property insurance. Lease a premises and your landlord is going to mandate that you have liability and likely an umbrella. Have employees, workers' comp is going to be mandated. And of course, if you have a car or truck or more, you're going to have auto liability insurance required by the state. Cyber is one of the few policies you're not required to purchase unless you have a contract with a big company that may require it, and then even sometimes with that you can skate by. The point I'm getting to is that it is truly an optional coverage. And I think this is where a lot of business owners think, well, if it's not required, I really don't need it. Let me also say that I get it. No one likes to spend money on business insurance. The 5 policies you have, a lot of us business owners may just bite the bullet and say, hey, it's just the cost of doing business. So I understand that keeping your insurance budget to a minimum is critically important to you. But is cyber insurance just another bill to pay that you really don't need? Well, this is where the rubber is going to meet the road. The answer to that question is you're not going to know until something bad happens. And that bad thing that happens is a breach, a hack, a ransomware attack, or a wire transfer fraud. And you may be asking, do these threats actually happen to small businesses? And the answer is they sure do. If you were to put 10 business owners in a room and mention the words social engineering or wire transfer fraud or hack or other event, I would bet at least one person in that room would have experienced one of those things. And at least 3 or 4 other people could tell you stories of other small businesses that had it happen to them. Now, I can give you tons of data from dozens of sources that illustrate the rising threat of cyber attacks that are perpetuated against small businesses in America every day, but I don't think that's helpful in changing anyone's mind. Rather, I'd like you to think about what you would do if one day an employee clicked a link or opened an email that locked your network down by a ransomware attack and the hacker is demanding a 6-figure extortion payment to give you access back to your data. Or you find out that your company wired a $50,000 payment to a supplier or vendor and it went to a hacker instead and the money is now gone. Or somehow you find out that malware has been on your computer system for months and private sensitive data like your customer lists have been compromised, stolen, or damaged. These are the types of threats that businesses of all sizes face an estimated 2,200 times a day across America. Any of these events could cost a small business anywhere from a few $1,000s to potentially millions of dollars. So back to the question, what would you do? Panic, probably. Who would you call? Your attorney, your accountant, your managed service provider? Maybe. If they could fix the problem, how are you going to pay them? The point is that cyber insurance isn't BS. It steps in when an event happens, and it does 2 things. The first thing it does is provide you a bucket of resources and experts at the other end of an 800 number to help you mitigate the loss and begin to fix the problem. It then provides you a second bucket of money to pay those experts and your costs and your direct and indirect losses. No other insurance policy that you have is going to do that. What does cyber insurance cost? The premiums for cyber insurance will be based on a number of different factors, but for many small businesses, we're usually talking around $1,500 to $3,000 or less than 10% of an existing insurance budget. Would you rather have that money on your bottom line than in the insurance company's pocket? That's a question you'll have to answer. You may never experience a cyber event, but you may, and that's what insurance does. It steps in to pay for the unexpected events that come up in our business lives. Here's the bottom line. Cyber events are costly, and they happen very regularly at small businesses without warning. It only takes one keystroke, one software vulnerability, one human action to trigger a 5 or 6 or 7-figure financial impact. Do you want to pay that loss out of pocket, or would you rather have an insurance policy that pays for it? If you've thought about cyber insurance in the past and you didn't know who or how to get it, we can help. We are experts in cyber insurance and have access to every cyber insurance in the market to make sure no stone is left unturned in getting you the best deal in the market. Give me a call. My contact info is in the description box below, and I'd love to hear from you. I promise, no arm twisting or pushy sales nonsense, just solid advice and action steps you can take to get covered from this dangerous threat. Thanks for watching. If you found this content helpful, I'd like it if you could give me a thumbs up. Thanks.